Hi, this is Charlie from Aquapono, and we're actually looking right now at a cucumber plant, and you can see there's some pretty extensive damage here. I'm not a plant pathologist, but there's something really going on with this plant. I believe it's mites, and if you look on the back here, you see there's ants that are actually feeding on something here. Um, and I would assume that those are aphids or some kind of bug that they're trying to get to, or the sugar that's being secreted from the plant from the bugs actually damaging the plant. So what I do for, if I see the brown edges on my plants, that is kind of the beginning of the end for this plant. You can see the leaves are starting to drop off over here, and this thing is just not going to make it if we don't do anything about it. So what I do there's a few topical things that we do. And for this, what we recommend is using sulfur dust. So the sulfur dust looks like this. We get it at Ko'olau Farmers. They have several locations on Oahu, and this is available nationwide. And the way we do this is we'll actually, to treat this plant, what we need to do is actually spray it with water. So get your sprayer out, just wet the plant down, get it all nice and wet, because we're going to be applying a powder onto the plant. And this the sulfur dust actually has two ends to it. It has a big end, so if you're going to make a spray, you can actually, some people call this wettable sulfur also, but you can actually take out large quantities of the powder and mix it with water. And you can check the directions on the back on how to do that, but I do it a lot easier. I use this end to treat the plant. So I have a bottle right here. This is kind of my yard one. You can see the lettering is all faded out and stuff. This has been sitting in my garden for some time. And then what you do is just just dust it. See, so I'm just applying a light dust to the plant, and then you'll see what I do after that, because there's kind of splotches of powder and stuff like that too. But what I want to do is get the underneath of the plant too. If you can get those, it's kind of hard to do, but if you can, get some dust underneath too, because a lot of the bugs hide out underneath the leaves and stuff. A little bit of a challenge here with the camera and this powder going off at the same time. But okay, so I'm dusting this thing down, and this is my own technique. I mean, everyone has their own way of doing it and stuff, but I'm basically going to try and lightly coat the whole plant like that and get it on, because this mite is probably traveling to other plants over here also. So just get a good coating as best I can on top of here, and that should really do the trick. What I want to do now is, because I have all my leaves coated at different rates, what I'll do is just lightly spray it and just get that powder on a little bit more. I might just try one more whack of this thing and just get a little bit more on there. But you don't need to coat it, just get a nice thing, and that actually will help save this plant. Now this other plant over here, this is an okra, and it's not really being devastated too bad, but you can see there's something that's eating the leaves here. And let's see if there's other plants here. Okay, this is another okra here. See, more extensive. There's a bug that's eating these plants. The powder that we did over here on the cucumber is more of a sucking bug. This is an eating bug, so we need to treat it with another different product. It's similar in application, but and both of these are OMRI-rated, so they're organic. This is organic farming, guys. We're not adding a bunch of chemicals to our plants. But basically, same thing. Spray it down with water, so we'll get this powder to stick to it. And you'll see this Dipel this is called Dipel Dust, and this is also available at Ko'olau Farmers. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it onto the sprinkle attachment right there. And for these plants, what I want to do is lightly sprinkle around this plant also, and get that powder all over. Read the instructions as to when you can harvest. You may have to wait a day or two, but as I said, it is organic, so you're not going to be poisoning yourself with this stuff. And this is actually the Dipel is actually a bacillus that it's a bacteria, like so much that we do with organic farming. It's called BT, and that will actually attack the eating insects. Okay, so anyway, that's about it. We are Aquapono, and if you have any questions, you can reach us at aquapono.com. Thanks a lot.